Today, I'll cover 42 ways to save money on groceries. This list includes several strategies I personally use, along with tips that I've discovered through research over the years. I'll also be sharing some price comparisons for reference to what's cheaper to buy. After reflecting on what I've learned from grocery shopping and meal prepping, as well as through continued research, I hope this becomes a helpful go-to resource for helping you save money on groceries. So let's get started. Number 1, check food inventory in your home before you plan and shop. Start by grabbing a notebook and organizing your list into categories like meat, veggies, and beans, and other food items. Tailor it into categories that match what your household eats. Then go through your fridge, freezer, pantry, and other food storage, writing down everything you have. Once your list is complete, assess how many meals you can make and what's still needed for your next grocery run. You might even find you can delay shopping or cross items off that you didn't use from your last trip. If you struggle to create meals from what you already have, consider using Supercook. You can input your ingredients and it'll suggest recipes using what you have on hand. And this isn't a promo, just a tool that's helped me avoid wasting ingredients and decision fatigue in the past. Number 2, create a grocery budget and grocery list before you go shopping. Going in without a plan opens the door for overspending. Without a list, you're more likely to forget essentials or buy things you don't need. A list removes the mental load of trying to remember everything, while a budget gives structure. Make your list after determining your budget. If your estimated total exceeds it, you can make adjustments before stepping foot in the store. Planning at home saves time and helps avoid last-minute stress or overspending at the store. Number 3, be honest with yourself about past impulse purchases and temptations. Think back, are there areas in the store you're prone to linger in or often walk away from with unplanned items? For me, it's the bakery and ice cream aisle. It's easy to justify with, it's only $5, but those only items add up. To manage this, you can budget a small amount for treats, avoid the tempting aisles altogether, use pickup orders to avoid impulse purchases, or have a shopping partner handle those sections. My husband helps me with this. If you slip up, it's okay. Show yourself grace and find what works for you. When I can afford it, I say yes to treats. It helps avoid feeling deprived and makes sticking to the budget easier overall. Number 4, make grocery planning and shopping a positive experience. Most people don't love planning meals or grocery shopping, but what if we made it more fun? Try things like listening to your favorite playlist while shopping, using a pretty notebook just for meal planning, dressing up a bit to feel more confident, going with a friend or partner, treating yourself to a coffee on the way to the store or after shopping, homemade or store-bought. To make my own shopping more enjoyable, I look forward to the meals I'll cook with the new ingredients. I also like to use self-checkout because it feels less stressful and typically has a shorter line at the location we visit. Find small rituals that turn this routine into something you can look forward to. Number 5, eat before you shop. This is a classic tip for a reason. Shopping hungry leads to impulse purchases. I've been there, grabbing chips or baked goods you didn't need or didn't budget for. I now make a habit of eating before shopping. If I can't, I bring a snack or plan to grab a small, affordable bite to avoid being overly tempted. Staying full helps you stay focused and mindful of your goals. Number 6, avoid shopping last minute or late in the evening. Once, my husband and I left for the store later than originally planned and ended up getting home around 9 p.m. We unpacked the car feeling tired and a bit worn out. Our brains initiated the bedtime routine without a second thought. We didn't realize until the next morning that we forgot to put the groceries away, leaving all the meats and frozen vegetables out to thaw all night. It was heartbreaking and expensive. So now we shop a bit earlier in the day to ensure we have time and energy to shop and put away the groceries once we get home. Shopping late or in a rush can also lead to unplanned purchases and make the experience more stressful. Whenever possible, shop when you have time and a clear mind. It makes a big difference. Number 7, buy meat in bulk. The first example is from Walmart. You can see if I purchase 1 pound of ground beef, it will be $5.44. If I buy the bulk pack with 5 pounds, I will pay $19.94, and each pound will only be $3.99 versus $5.44 if I were to get the single pound packages. In the end, I could save $1.45 per pound by buying in bulk in this case. The next example is from Whole Foods. You can see if I buy 1 pound of ground beef shown on the right, I will pay $5.99 for that pound. If I buy the 3-pound pack, I will pay $14.99, which equals $4.99 per pound versus the $5.99 per pound if I buy the single pound packages. In the end, I could save $1 per pound by buying in bulk in this case. Number 8. Use cashback apps and store cards for additional savings. I mostly use Fetch for my cashback. I included a screenshot showing over 43,000 points that we earned over the last year, which ends up being about $40 to $43 depending on the gift card we choose. After using it for the last 3 years, we've earned a $50 gift card over the first year and another $50 gift card over the second year. Our third year has fallen short, but getting a $40 gift card is still helpful. Overall, Fetch is easy because you can scan any receipt and receive at least 25 points per receipt. It takes time to build points, but it adds up, especially if you're buying groceries anyway. It makes it feel like a treat once you finally have enough to cash in. Other saving tools, just for example, Walmart offers cash back on certain items. The card you use in store should be linked to your account, or you can scan your receipt manually to get the cash back through the app. Kroger and Ingles offer savings through their store cards. BJ's and similar bulk stores offer gas discounts for members. Dollar General and Kroger have online coupons. There are many other store apps and deals that I haven't listed here. This is just to show that many stores do have some sort of perk or savings opportunity, so it's worth looking into for your favorite stores. No need to miss out on free coupons or discounts. Number 9. Buy frozen vegetables in bulk. Here I've included a comparison on price for buying fresh broccoli florets versus a 12-ounce frozen bag and a 32-ounce frozen bag. After checking the unit price or price per ounce, you can see that the fresh broccoli is 18.1 cents per ounce, the 12-ounce frozen bag is 9.7 cents per ounce, and the bulk bag of frozen with 32 ounces is 8.6 cents per ounce. Overall, the bulk frozen bag is the cheapest per ounce. Frozen is also more flexible. There's no rush to use it before it goes bad, which oftentimes reduces waste. Most frozen vegetables are flash frozen at peak ripeness, so you're not sacrificing quality. In our home, we get Walmart's frozen broccoli every month, and it always turns out great when cooked correctly. Number 10. Buy dried beans instead of canned. Here you can see a comparison of canned pinto beans versus dried pinto beans. The can of pinto beans has 3.5 servings per can, and each serving is about 25 cents. For the dried beans, you have 13 servings per bag, and each serving is about 15 cents. Considering this, the bag of dried beans not only will last more than double the servings of canned, but it's also cheaper per serving. Dried beans take longer to cook, but they're cheaper and last longer. In our home, we buy a few types each month and rotate them out. They store well, offer variety, and stretch out the food budget. Number 11. Focus on simple meals with a similar structure. Focus on simple meals with a consistent structure instead of complicated recipes with hard-to-find ingredients. A basic meal like a protein and 2 vegetables, or a vegetable and legumes, can go a long way. You'll save money by reducing the number of ingredients and sticking to whole foods. For some families, this means cooking one large meal and eating it for lunch throughout the week. For others, it can mean rotating main dishes while keeping the same sides. Predictability in your meal routine cuts costs and removes the pressure to make something different every day. Number 12. Buy whole fruits and vegetables rather than pre-cut. You're often paying more just for the convenience, and you typically get less. Cutting them yourself not only saves money, but also gives you more product overall. Number 13. Make treats at home rather than buying. Making treats at home instead of buying them can save money, and for those who enjoy baking, it can also be a fun and creative outlet. I personally love baking and recreating things I've had at restaurants or family gatherings. It's also a way to give thoughtful homemade gifts, use healthier ingredients, and reduce spending on processed snacks, desserts, and even sweet drinks. Number 14. Buy the bulk of your groceries once a month. If space allows, try doing one big grocery trip per month. We used to shop every 2 weeks, but splitting the monthly budget made it hard to buy in bulk. Once we switched to monthly shopping, we could use the full budget in one go, which allowed us to buy more cost effective bulk sized items. Plus, monthly trips save time, gas, and vehicle wear and tear. This one change will leave you spending less time driving, shopping, and waiting in lines. Number 15. Look at the store and off brand items before you buy. Always compare store brand items to name brand items. See my example here. At Kroger, name brand rice costs 21 cents per serving, while the store brand is just 6 cents per serving. The name brand dish soap is 17 cents per ounce versus 8 cents per ounce for the store brand. Then at Dollar General, store brand cheese is 25 cents cheaper for the same number of slices, and milk costs 4 cents less per ounce. Small savings and individual items add up over time. Number 16. Use up everything you can and reduce food waste. Consider freezing uneaten meat or vegetable scraps to use later in broths. Safe leftovers or scraps can be given to pets to stretch out their regular food. Compost fruit and veggie skins instead of tossing them in the garbage. Use leftover beans in soups or burgers or leftover vegetables in pastas, stews, or even muffins. Get creative and make leftovers work for you. Stretch your meals and your budget. Number 17. Shop with cash. Shopping with cash can help you stick to your budget. When you only bring what you plan to spend, you're less likely to impulse buy. Shopping with cash versus swiping a card also allows your brain to see the money leave your hands versus the disconnected process of just swiping a card. Number 18. Make things at home from scratch when you're able. Making things from scratch often costs less and gives you control over ingredients, especially helpful for those with dietary needs or preferences. Number 19. Find substitutes for special ingredients or foods you run out of quickly. Try ingredient swaps instead of buying specialty items. I've used lime juice and milk in place of buttermilk and blended granulated sugar to substitute for powdered sugar. For many recipes, you could use coconut oil if you're out of butter, lemon juice in place of lemon zest, and crushed crackers or bread in place of store-bought breadcrumbs. Most of the time, you won't even notice the taste difference, but you will notice the savings. Number 20. Invest in a water filter and reusable bottle. Tap water is often much cheaper than buying bottled water. You'll save money, reduce waste, free up space in your home, and use fewer garbage bags over time. Number 21. Check store markdowns ahead of time and plan your shopping around sales when able. Shopping around sales can save you money if it works for your schedule and your budget. Right now, our family shops monthly based on our budget, so we don't always shop during sales. In the future, I hope to put aside money in advance so we can have more flexibility and take advantage of sales. Number 22. Buy in bulk if budget and space allows. Buying in bulk doesn't have to mean buying 30 packs of toilet paper. It can be as simple as buying a 3-pound pack of ground beef instead of a 1-pound, or a family-sized bag of chips instead of individually packed bags. Bulk items are typically cheaper per unit and can stretch further. Number 23. Check unit prices. Buying in bulk is often cheaper, but not every time, so take a second to compare. Even saving 5 cents per ounce can add up quickly over a cart full of groceries. If comparing prices feels overwhelming to you, that's okay. Just skip this tip and focus on what does work for you. You don't have to follow all 42 strategies, just focus on the ones that fit you and your lifestyle best. Number 24. Check lower and upper shelves. Stores often place pricier name brand items at eye level. Look up or down to find better deals. For example, black beans at eye level might be $1.28, but lower shelves may have store brand beans for just 86 cents. Number 25. Buy perishables on sale and freeze extras for later. If you find a great sale on perishables like meat, berries, or bread, buy extra and freeze it. You'll save money and avoid waste later. Number 26. Set yourself up for success. Prepare for grocery success by planning ahead. For our home, I find that adding items to my store app as we run out of them, it's most helpful. The week before we go shopping, I review the list and adjust for our budget. I set out our grocery bags, the clothes I plan to wear to the store, and anything else I may need the night before. Growing up, my mom often shopped alone, both for peace and to stay on budget. If you have kids and tend to stay on budget better without them at the store with you, consider leaving them with a significant other. If you're struggling to find childcare, consider setting yourself up for success by swapping babysitting with a trusted friend instead of hiring help. Work with your situation and budget. Get creative and do what makes shopping easier for you. Steps to success will look different for each of us. Number 27. Keep your grocery list predictable with a similar structure. It simplifies the process and reduces stress. Over time, I've learned which items we need every month, like milk, dog food, toilet paper, flour, and so on, and I've built a routine around them. Having a reliable list helps you stay on budget and saves you mental energy for other things. Number 28. Hunt or fish in place of regularly shopping for meats. This one may not be for everyone, but for those who enjoy hunting or fishing, it may be a great way to reduce both grocery trips and spending. Personally, I don't enjoy hunting myself, but my husband does, and I'm so grateful for that. When he hunts or fishes, it lowers our grocery bill and brings food into our home that we can live off of. It also provides peace of mind. If for any reason we couldn't make it to the store, I know we could rely on his skills to hunt, fish, and process the meat we'd need. I included a picture of some deer steak and fish he processed himself. To put this in perspective, the average deer yields around 50 pounds of meat. If meat costs about $4 per pound, one deer could save us about $200. My husband processed 3 deer this past year, saving us roughly $600 and giving us enough meat to last over a year, especially since we mixed in other proteins like chicken and fish. That helps stretch our supply even further. Number 29. Choose 1 or 2 stores and stick with them. This has been a huge strategy for me personally. Growing up, I watched my mom visit several different stores, and honestly, she always appeared worn out afterwards. I remember feeling stressed just seeing it happen. That left an impression on me, and I realized I'd prefer to shop at just 1 or 2 stores. Of course, this isn't a one-size-fits-all. For some people, the savings are worth the extra trips. But for those who get overwhelmed, simplifying the process can really help. Sticking with 1 or 2 stores also gives you the chance to become more familiar with their layout, sales cycles, and prices. You gain confidence and learn how to spot the deals more quickly because you know where to look. Plus, it saves time and energy. You're not unloading and reloading your car multiple times or stressing over which frozen foods to buy first so that they don't thaw out by the time you're done. Do what works for you. If visiting more stores makes a big impact and doesn't stress you out, go for it. But if it drains you, it's okay to focus on just 1 or 2 and get the best savings you can from those. Number 30. Focus the majority of your shopping on the outer aisles. You've likely heard this before, and it's worth repeating. The outer aisles of grocery stores usually contain fresh produce, meat, eggs, and dairy. These staples can form the foundation of healthy, affordable meals. The inner aisles often contain more processed and often more expensive items. Of course, we all need pantry items like oil, flour, canned goods, and that's totally fine. But prioritizing fresh foods first and then filling in with what you need from the middle aisles can help you save money and build nutritious meals. Number 31. Set boundaries with yourself and those you are shopping with or for. If you shop with kids, consider having a conversation before going in. We're here to get what's on our grocery list. We're not picking up extras today. You can even mention what they can expect as their treat from the grocery list, maybe animal crackers or apples, to help set expectations early and give them something to look forward to. For others, the boundary might be choosing to shop alone to avoid added pressure or distractions. Sometimes it's a conversation with your spouse or a friend you're shopping with. It can be tough to say no in the moment. We all want to treat our loved ones. But setting limits can really help with staying on budget. You might also need to set boundaries with yourself. That could mean avoiding the clearance aisle for now, or reminding yourself to stick strictly to your list. Boundaries help us honor our goals. Number 32. Consider your most valued conveniences. Yes, this video is about saving money, but it's also about being realistic. We're human. We can't do everything all the time, and that's okay. So ask yourself, what conveniences matter most to you? For me, it's simple meals that don't take much time or too much energy. I used to spend hours planning elaborate recipes with special ingredients. The meals were good, but I often ended up exhausted and left with a pile of dishes. Eventually, my husband and I simplified things. Most of our meals now include a protein, a vegetable, and a bean or grain. I'll season the meat, add a little salt or butter to the veggies, and that's it. It's healthy, filling, and easy. And when I do feel up for something extra, I can get creative with sauces or toppings without the pressure of a complicated recipe. Your most valued convenience might look different. Maybe it's pre-portioned snacks for your kids' lunches or ready-to-drink coffee. If it fits your budget, give yourself permission to hold on to the conveniences that really matter to you. At the same time, consider which conveniences you can let go of. I started buying dried beans instead of canned. It takes longer, yes, but they're cheaper and go much further. One bag can last for over 10 servings. This is an example of one inconvenience I am fine living with for the sake of saving money. Number 33. Keep yourself on budget as you shop. This may mean using a calculator as you go, keeping a running list of prices, or using your phone's notes app. Whatever method works for you, having that awareness in real time helps you make smarter decisions before reaching the checkout line. Number 34. Declutter expired or unused food. Getting rid of expired ingredients or items your family won't eat makes room for things you will use. And there's a lesson in what you toss. Keep a list, mental or written, of what didn't work. It can help you avoid buying those same items again. I'll share a personal example. I once bought a fancy caramel latte protein powder and collagen mix. It sounded great in theory, high protein, minimal ingredients, and third-party tested. But when I tried it, the powder didn't mix well. The taste was fine, but the texture was awful. Part liquid, part sludge. I held on to it for months, telling myself I might try again, but I didn't. And finally, my husband pointed out that it was time to let it go. It wasn't just about the wasted product, it was about facing the fact that this method didn't work for me and I needed to try something else. Decluttering isn't just about making space, it's about freeing yourself from guilt and being honest about what actually serves you. Number 35. Buy enough to double certain recipes. When you can, plan to cook extra. Doubling a recipe doesn't always double the cost, but it can double the convenience. You'll have a meal ready for later in the week or something to freeze and pull out for a busy day. Number 36. Prepare or plan a meal for your shopping day. This could be a freezer meal you pop in the oven after shopping or something you started earlier in the slow cooker. On tight budget days, a snack before leaving the house helps avoid impulse buys. Sometimes my husband and I make our grocery day into a date night as well. We'll grab dinner beforehand, then go shopping. We often have leftovers from the restaurant, which makes it even better. Other times, we eat an early dinner at home before heading out. Planning ahead really helps reduce stress, overspending in the store, and the temptation to grab fast food on the way home. Number 37. Reduce processed foods. This ties in with shopping the outer aisles. The less you rely on packaged snacks, TV dinners, and sugary drinks, the more you save, especially long term. Of course, life gets busy. Sometimes convenience is worth it, but when possible, focus on whole foods. They're more nourishing and stretch your budget further. Processed foods and treats are often a lot more addictive, making it easier to lose control or crave the foods as snacks. This ultimately leaves those foods getting eaten up more quickly and not leaving you and your family satiated. Number 38. Use coupons if available. Look for manufacturers' coupons online, printable ones from websites, store app deals, or even coupons you can sign up to receive via snail mail. You don't need to spend hours clipping. Even a quick skim could save you a few dollars. It all adds up. Number 39. Make your meals go further by adding cheaper sides and reducing the portions of meat or whatever your main dish may be. Instead of focusing only on the main dish, add inexpensive sides like rice, beans, lentils, or extra veggies. This can help you feel full faster and create more leftovers, which means fewer meals to prep later. Number 40. Grow your own herbs, fruits, or vegetables if that interests you. You don't need a huge garden or a lot of outdoor space. Try growing herbs in a window box. You could try planting fruits or vegetables in a vertical garden or tower, growing herbs in a small indoor pot, starting with easy herbs you use often. Make it fun. We once had a small garden with squash, peppers, and green beans. The squash did especially well. We had enough to last a year and even shared some with friends and family. It was a rewarding way to save money and stock up on extra veggies. Number 41. Don't get tricked by end caps or mini sections. Have you ever seen a small display of select items like name brand chips, sodas, or holiday baking items and grab them without thinking? That happened to me at Dollar General recently. I saw a small end cap with a few packages of toilet paper and grabbed one. I was planning to buy toilet paper anyways, but then I remembered there's usually a bigger section with more options in the back. Sure enough, I found more options and better deals in the back of the store. Stores often place limited selections up front, hoping for quick, unplanned purchases or even purchases of more expensive items. So check the main aisles first. You may find cheaper or store brand alternatives. Number 42. Let go of the need to get it perfect or do it all. You don't have to use all 42 strategies. In fact, no one expects you to. I hope this list inspires you, not overwhelms you. Pick the tips that fit your life, your energy levels, and your goals. Whether you're shopping for a big family or just for yourself, you deserve to feel confident and empowered when it comes to saving money. You've got this, and every small change you make can add up to something big. If you have any money saving tips for grocery shopping and meal planning, feel free to comment them down below. I would love to hear what has and hasn't worked for you.